So here we go, day 3, as I try and catch fish out of peg 7 on the upper moors. Hopefully no one's in it. If they're watching my videos, probably not. So I must say, this is absolutely a thoroughly enjoyable process, trying to work out how to catch fish out of this peg in flooded conditions. It's completely different to fishing a lake, because it's an added dimension on top of the seasons, where fishing may be different in the summer than the winter on a lake. You've got that here, but you've also got the added dimensions of the flow of the river and the colour. So all these added dimensions are quite interesting for someone who's fished lakes for most of their life, all of my life really. To now suddenly be presented with a river that's got more things going on, so I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I did a bit of research over the past week, and speaking to some people and watching some videos on YouTube. Clearly the way to attack the peg where I've got no slack water, I've got 2 options. One, sit there with a heavy straight lead looking for just catching some bonus fish, and the second one is trying to catch on a pole feeder, and that's what I'm going to try today. Relatively simple principle. I've got a piece of main line running from the pole tip down to a feeder, and then a hook length on the bottom. That's all really simple. The smarts bit in the rig is at the top of the rig you make a loop of line and hold it still with a couple of gripper stops and then tie a piece of elastic, so when the fish pulls, it's not pulling against your main elastic, which is obviously going to be really strong. It's pulling against this soft elastic. So you can see the bite indication there, and then when you strike through, you're then playing the fish on the main line. Very clever little technique. Watched a gentleman fishing it on one of Drennan's videos on YouTube. And then I've added one extra bit that I took from a video of Matt Godfrey about 10 years ago in Polefishing magazine, where he added a bristle as a bite indicator, and it just so happens that those Caruso flat floats that I've bought come with lots of spare bristles, and so I've attached one of those to the line as well, and if I can get that in the right place I can use it as a float. So I'm fishing a float feeder pole rig. I don't really know how to describe it, but I'll show it a bit more in detail when I get to the bank and get it set up. But I'm basically coming to fish that today. Right, here we go. Peg 7. Have a look. Okay, it's about the speed it was on the first Saturday, actually, a week ago. Pushing through from this side to that side. I'm going to fish it right in that flow, about 11 or 13 metres. That's the plan. bought the bowl so I could take, how do I want to do this? A 10 into there, 1, let's do it this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my balling mix. I'm going to put in that balling mix 250ml casters and some hemp. Hemp, had a bag of hemp. $250ml caster. $250ml hemp. Some pinkies. No nugget, that's not what I want. Good nugget, what I do. What's this, 100ml? 100ml dead maggot. Something like that. It's not the same as last week. But I didn't catch. But I am trying to be consistent with what I do, so it's on the video, so if I know if I catch, so this is going to be quite rich, look, then that's what I put in. And I'll make my 10 balls out of that after I've sorted my rig out, just before I start. Pole feeder rig then. Oh, feeders. That might help. These, that's the one I think. This Preston, 55 gram. And I've got some extra weight if I need it. 3/4 ounce, half ounces. Oh, I know what I have forgotten. I have forgotten a cable tie. I will improvise something, I'm sure. I think the first thing to do is to get this crazy rig. Let's get this rig on the pole and I can sort of walk through it. Actually, I'll do that when I'm on stream. I will just run through it now. So I've got, I used reel line for this actually. I used 8-pound ST. I did use 019 and I moved the gripper stots and they crimpled the line, and I think I'm going to be able to have to move them, so there's clearly a little twist in there somewhere, but so that's the D. So the idea is, if I just hold the rig up there, that is, the fish will pull, it will pull against that elastic, not the black hydro, and then it will bottom out and I'll be playing the fish against the line and then the black hydro. That's the plan. That's the secret to this method. There's my makeshift, I'll just check you can see that. There's my makeshift float, which is a bristle from a Caruso flat float, just with 2 rubbers to hold that on the line. So I'm going to have to effectively plumb the depth with the feeder, get dead depth with the feeder, move the float down, move the bristle down, move the gripper stops down, cut the excess line off. I think it'll be too deep. And then we're all good. And then down on this end, all I've got is a snap link swivel and then to a bead for easy change of the hook length. I'm just going to get this feeder stick it on there. A bit of me is wondering, should I just fish top 5 like that? Could certainly have a line at top 5. And I say it's too deep. I'm not sure it's going to be deep enough now. Question is about no one wants to see that, do they? So what I'm looking for then is I'm looking to drop this feeder with some pace. There. So it's definitely gone down the river, it can't hold. Where is it? Well, it's not far actually, it's not far at all. So if we're there, I'll drop it down right in front of me with pace. Duff, it's hit the bottom. And then that's going to be it. I'll just pull that float down a little bit, that bristle, to act as my float. Just there. It actually looks like it's going to work. It should work. There's no reason why it shouldn't. But in terms of something I've never done before, this does look a bit nuts. Okay, let's make up some balls of ground bait. Then we're going to ball it in. And then we're going to start fishing. It's very tiring making these balls of ground bait. Can someone come up with an invention that you just put your ground bait in and it squeezes it together to form your balls? Can someone come up with that, please? Right. That's all the balls of ground bait ready. Clean the ends off. Now let the balling commence. Jackpot. one more for luck. So looser that one, slightly looser. I've balled in with 12, 13 balls. Can't remember, something like that. This is my first put in. I've not had a put in. This is my first put in ever. The pole feeder. I think I'm just going to fill the feeder like so, and I'm going to do my very best to try and put that line over there, and then I'm going to stand up for this. Ooh. Little fingers and thumbs. I've got a snag to my left. Well, in my margins there's some kind of snag that I got the pole. Feeder stuck on twice already. I don't have a cable tie, which I need just here. So I've got to just put that around that there and hope that just about clears the water, which it does. Okay, we're rocking. Right, here we go. First chuck-in ever of a pole feeder. I've got black hydro to 8-pound ST line. I've got 4 gripper stops, just to hold still, a piece of pink hydro with a D in the line. I've got a bristle from Caruso, down to a 55 gram from feeder from Preston, and I've got a size 18 on an 013 hook length, and I'm going to drop it in now. That's my first drop in, and hopefully that should sort of settle about there. I need to move that camera up. Probably better there when I'm leaning forward. What I need is a cable tie around my number 5. I don't have anyone, don't have one, so what could I put around my number 5? Right, think about this, Graham. Needs to stick out like that. Oh, look at that. Okay, we'll just a bit too close. Maybe a bit further would be good, but I think we've sussed it. Okay, right, put in number 2. So we've definitely had some small fish interest. There we go. We are fishing with the pole feeder. We are talking about myself in the third person. I'm fishing with a pole feeder. And it's actually going to work. Last Saturday I came and caught 4 fish on the feeder for about £0.5. I came back the week after thinking it might be a better idea if I fished a stick float. I didn't get a bite. Well, one suspected bite I had. I think that was a bite then. And then I took the advice of some people and did some research, and the pole feeder seems to be the way to fish in these flooded conditions. It's not flooded. I don't really think that's the right word. It's certainly, that's a stick that got caught on another stick. I get rid of that leaf? No. And then it's a known work, and clearly pole feeder was the way to try and fish the peg. So that's what I've set up. And it's my first time ever fishing it. I'm not sure about fishing with maggot, but I think I'll switch it over after about an hour and see if I can sit out on a worm. But I've definitely had a bite, so I'll come back with some tube maggots. I feel like I'm an engineer. It needs to be further up, that hook, because then the angle that I need to hold that pole at to avoid those reeds. And it certainly works. Let the pendulum go. That may be a disaster. I've got the line then caught around the puller bung. Oh well, it's in. We'll give it 5ish minutes. I think next time I'll start introducing some particles into the bait. I didn't want to put particles in straight away when I wasn't sure if I was going to be any good at getting the feeder in. I wanted to make sure that I'd sort of got that sussed out first before I start putting loose feed all over my peg. But now I'm happy I can get it in the right place. I will sort that out. That's a bite. That's a bite. I'm sure that's a bite. Maggots want to argue and say it's a leaf. Just thinking I could have put that side piece here at a different angle to the puller bung. I think that would solve that problem. I realise I've not left any casters out or hemp out. So one more cast, then I'll sort my loose feed out. There it goes. It might be that this method is more effective fishing with big baits for big fish. But I did want to get a bite, and I've had a bite for sure. These tube maggots are a sign of that, so.
Hello, young man.
If I turn the volume up, it might help. You alright?
Yeah, could you?
Yeah.
Where are we today?
Same peg. Same peg.
Same peg?
Yeah, same peg.
The river's fine down low today.
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's pushing through just as it did.
Wow.
But I've got a new method on the go.
Oh God, here we go. Go on.
I have purchased a bump bar.
Right.
From a box.
Lovely.
I'm fishing 13 meters. Oh, that's a bite. Oh, see, that's funny. Now I've got that on. I'm trying to record, and I'm on the phone to you. And I've been fishing for about half an hour, and I've now got a fish on. I've got a fish on. No. I'm going to have to overdo this now with a bit of music on the video. Right, I have. Sorry, I've just got to look at this fish.
Yeah, that's all right. What is it?
It's come up. No, it's not. It's not. Oh, no, it's not going from there. It's a roach.
Yeah.
And it's about 6-8 ounces. It's beautiful.
Lovely.
It's beautiful.
Shine up the camera, be proud.
Done that. You'll be on the video now.
Yeah, no, I know. Famous, you see. That's what people do. They ring me to get bites.
Right. Oh, there's a bite. There's a fish. There's a fish. There's a fish. Yeah. Huh? It's rattling. It's going rattle, 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 rattle. But that is down the river and it's going knocking its head around, and that is another fish, and I'm gonna net it. Another roach, small one this time, but it's another fish. Happy days. And I've been on the phone to you 20 minutes, and that's 2 fish in 20 minutes, 6 an hour. Huh?
I want to take drawing for your tube maggot.
Yeah, 6 an hour. Oh mate, I'm so happy with this. Yeah, there's another bite. I can feel that, it's tapping the pole top.
Well, slide it then.
I did. I didn't look it.
Did you get him?
No.
You're useless.
Yeah. Cheers, coach. I was just saying to my friend, it's great to go from last week with the river was in this condition, unable to get a bite, couldn't catch, and then exactly the same river conditions today, same temperature, same flow on the river, same sun. I think it was sunny last Sunday. Yeah, everything's pretty much exactly the same, and this week I'm able to hold that bait still. Long enough for the fish to be able to find it. Debris came through. I got the bite. I thought that might happen. I could see the debris coming, and I was thinking, if I get a bite now, I'm going to wonder. Okay, some good success. Looks like some success on the 3 pinkies. It's only 2 fish in relative quick succession. I think that the hook length has made a difference, genuinely. Some more ground bait in a minute. It might be that I fish this pinky tomorrow. I've had a few roach, chub, a couple of perch. I think the best setup's been 013 to 18 hook length with 3 pinkies actually. 3 pinkies or double maggot. Oh, that's a fish. Oh, that's a fish. Yeah, it's a fish. Be one of those silverbream. Nice. I think we've got time for one more. So definitely the size 18 double maggot is the rig that I've caught fish on today. Change my mind. Let's do that. All right. Good practice. Quickly have a look at the fish. There we go, that's today's catch. Reasonable sized perch. Some good roach, some lovely roach actually. And a chub to go with them. There's a silverbream in there too. So chub, roach, perch, silverbream. Nice net of fish. That's it from me. I'll catch you on the next one. Ta-ra.